again, the Fighting Irish are trying to improve their record.
Alyssa Manitzis puts it into play, and we are underway. Big swing by Wagner. Notre Dame answers. Irish get their first swing at it and their first point of the night. We're going to talk about a lot. Sydney Palazzolo. She has just been outstanding, a transfer from High Point, and she has just come right into South Bend, Indiana, and been their best player from the get-go.
And you can feel the energy in the gym tonight. We were discussing it as well. The Clemson Tigers football is playing Notre Dame tomorrow. I think a lot of fans are in the gym tonight. They want to see how the volleyball team does leading in tomorrow.
Absolutely. That's a swing and a miss that time by Palazzolo. You know, it's actually a hat trick of Notre Dame and Clemson showdowns. Last night, as you take a look at Jackie Simpson-Keir, of course, the coach of the Tigers, season number 3 for her, number 5 overall with the program.
Yeah, and Coach Keir and I actually both played at the University of Wisconsin together. She was a setter, I was an outside hitter. We weren't there at the same time, we didn't overlap, but it's fun that we have that in common.
Palazzolo with another kill to give the Irish the lead again. But I mentioned this is a hat trick of Clemson and Notre Dame showdowns. Last night, the Tigers beat the Irish 3-2 in women's soccer. Clemson advancing to the ACC championship game. Volleyball tonight, and as you mentioned, it will be football tomorrow. Clemson ties it up very quickly on the first kill of the night. There is Salima Rockwell. She's the head coach of Notre Dame in her second season. Obviously a great player during her own days, a 3-time All-American setter at Penn State. Also a volleyball analyst. She worked for ESPN, CBS Sports, and a lot of other outlets.
Yeah, a lot of experience there.
Tigers get the point, get their first lead of the night.
And I know so many Clemson fans tonight are watching. So if women's soccer won, beat Notre Dame, volleyball can win tonight. I know so many Clemson Tiger fans are looking for that win tomorrow with their football team.
McKenna Gildon puts it into play. And there's a quick kill and a quick point for the Fighting Irish, and we talked about her at the stop. Fiona Schrader, her first kill.
Yeah, nice high hit there off the hands of the Clemson block, going right through for the seam.
Went off the hands of Adria Powell.
We almost are at standing room only in this gym.
Yeah, we got a great crowd in here on a Friday night. Great hustle by Devin Taylor to keep it alive. On the other hand, that's a quick kill, and I'll tell you what, Sydney Palazzolo is off to a great start tonight.
Yeah, very offensive, aggressive tip. Down the line, difficult for the Tigers to defend, but they also had a great play saving that ball there. So again, like we said, this is going to be a really tight match tonight.
She's got 3 kills and 4 swings already. Slavic going for the quick kill there. We see her do that a lot. That time she sailed it long.
Yeah, so Clemson Tigers taking a moment there to regroup. We know volleyball is such a game of momentum.
5-3 Irish, they've scored the last 3. And that's a way to end that. That's Adria Powell, she'll get a kill. Didn't have to take the biggest swing in the world. She found a spot in the defense.
Yeah, tips actually have been very effective so far tonight for both teams. A little off-speed shot there.
Floated up and off the hands of Lauren Tarnoff for Notre Dame. Here's Kennedy Wagner, the outstanding freshman. Tigers leader in aces. And Clemson is able to get the big block that time. McKenna Slavic was there. Palazzolo was not able to get it through that time.
Yeah, such a fun point all around. You know, started with a strong serve from Wagner, and we talked about Slavic in the beginning with her setting skills and being offensive, but we forgot to mention she's a great blocker too.
Crazy play there. As you saw, Manitzis kind of kept it alive. It's floated right up, and Clemson took care of it. There's Powell again. Yeah,
Powell was at the net there, sealing it, being the wall that we know she is, and we do talk about her a lot when it comes to blocking.
Strong swing, and that's a quick ace for Kennedy Wagner. That's her 36th of the season.
I know I'm not supposed to pick favorite in any way, but I love Kennedy Wagner's serve. It is just so effective. She goes opposite corner to opposite corner, which is different from what most players do. And, you know, you can see in the results how many aces she has. And there's almost another one.
Clemson's got a run going. They've scored the last 4. Make it the last 5 as the Notre Dame effort goes long.
And again, I've said this before, but this is the Clemson Tigers' favorite rotation, I believe, when Kennedy Wagner's back there serving. You got Slavic in the front row, Powell in the front row. It's just such an offensive rotation for them.
Slavic setting up Powell. Powell delivers, and this Clemson run continues. They've scored 6 straight to go up 9-5.
They are definitely feeding off the momentum of the crowd. That was a great dig there by Gildon, and a nice set there and kill and put away.
Each team with 4 kills so far. Feels like Wagner's been back serving for about an hour at this point.
Nice pass by the Irish. One-on-one opportunity.
Great dive again by Devin Taylor, although that's answered right back by Notre Dame. Palazzolo gets the point. Great effort by both clubs there.
Yes, it really was. Beautiful volleyball.
Devin Taylor went over 1,000 digs for her career earlier this year, and she's had some spectacular ones already. Ooh. And there's the first ace of the night for Notre Dame.
That was a really tough serve there.
Yeah, Palazzolo comes through again.
I mean, that's unbelievable. So she's going down the line, and to hit, you know, almost within that 3-meter line at the middle blocker is incredible as a serve.
She is 5th in the ACC in aces. And there's a block by the Fighting Irish. That's Lauren Tarnoff.
I believe we did say this match was going to be back and forth, right?
I think you did. I think, yes. And that's the way it's going. Nine-8 is the count now. And that's just a mishit there by Clemson, and now Notre Dame's got a run going. They have scored 4 straight, and we're tied again at 9.
Both teams are serving very aggressive tonight, which again, you'd love to see. There hasn't been many errors in the serve, but it is making it so both teams are out of system.
Great hustle by Wagner to keep it alive, and Taylor throws it back over. Slavic went for the quick kill, goes for a second one, but Notre Dame answers. Best rally of the match so far.
Absolutely.
And there's finally a point that goes to Notre Dame. That's Lauren Tarnoff again. She's a senior from Huntington Beach, California.
So here's a replay. It's a one-on-one opportunity for the Notre Dame Irish, and they take advantage and put the ball down.
And Notre Dame's run continues. They've scored 5 straight. Another point for Notre Dame. That's Ava Lang, 6'3" freshman from Playa del Rey, California. And there we got a timeout on the floor. Notre Dame has put 6 straight on the board here in our opening set. Fighting Irish up on the Tigers by 2. Sydney Palazzolo leading Notre Dame back on the floor. She's a transfer from High Point. She was the 2022 Big South Player of the Year and just dominated that league for a couple of seasons. And she's off to a great start tonight. She is the high scorer for both clubs. She's got 4 kills so far in 7 swings.
Yeah, and she had that really strong ace not too long ago, too.
Fighting Irish have scored the last 6. And Clemson ends that quickly. That is Adria Powell with the big kill.
That was so crucial for the Clemson Tigers to come out of that timeout. They obviously discussed the play. Big swing from Powell. They really needed to get out of that rotation.
Powell leads the Tigers in points as the referee's kind of warning the Clemson bench to move back just a little bit. Powell, after that kill, is going to serve with her team trailing by 1. And there's a quick kill and a point for Nicole Drunick. First time we've talked about her, a grad student from Dallas, Texas, a transfer from Georgia Tech after starting her college days playing at Nebraska.
Wow, those are some big program names. Obviously, she's coming to Notre Dame here, trying to make her impact. That was a kill by the setter, which the opposing team hates to have happen, but your own team loves it.
Lucy Trump, the sophomore, puts it into play.
This is a free ball opportunity for the Fighting Irish. Gildon with the dig.
Clemson is at the net. Symington is there for the block, and the Tigers get a point back. Good look at the freshman from Excelsior, Minnesota.
So really quick set there by the Fighting Irish. The Clemson block was set up well, and really the hit didn't even have a chance to cross the net. So just a little bit of a miss hit there.
And that one won't get across the net. Nicely done for the Tigers. You get the point right back.
Another great serve by the Clemson Tigers. Again, we've talked about Slavik's assists, her kills, her blocking, and now she's showing what she can do as a senior leader back there from the service line.
12 double-doubles coming into tonight. And there's a big block by Notre Dame. They get the point back. That is Charity McDowell. She's the team leader in blocks. That's her 64th.
Yeah, that's a great block set up by the Fighting Irish. Again, the Clemson Tigers really didn't have anywhere else to go with that, so the Irish should have had 2 blockers up, but they did, and they executed well.
Drunick puts it into play. 13-12 Notre Dame.
Free ball opportunity here for the Clemson Tigers.
Asia Daly with the big swing, and Daly gets on the board. Kill number 1 of the night for Asia.
Yeah, they take advantage of it big time. And Mia McGrath has subbed in for the Clemson Tigers. And here's a replay from that big swing from Asia Daly out of the middle.
Daly coming into the night, leading the team in kills.
A lot of free ball opportunities, but again, that's just both teams kind of being scrappy and keeping the ball off the floor and alive in the game.
And that is a kill and just a nicely aimed shot right there that dropped for Schrader.
So that will be the first time. I know Schrader's playing on the right side for this match. She's set before in her career, and you can tell her that's a setter's tip right there.
Just found that spot back in the corner. Back and forth we go. Notre Dame by 1. Slavik setting up Wagner, but a great dig by the Irish. And now at the other side, that is a point coming right back, and that's Paula Zolo.
Yeah, she's coming out on fire so far tonight.
She leads the ACC in kills per set at nearly 4, and that's her 5th here in the first, so she is beyond what she normally does.
Yeah, that was a big cross-court hit there. Really nice dig by the Fighting Irish on that play.
Daly again. Asia Daly drops it in.
We used to have this drill we would do with the USA national team where they would put cones, so you tried to aim outside of the cones, and it was like you had to hit within 1 foot of the line all around the court. And there you could see Asia Daly demonstrated that, and it resulted in a kill.
Asia had 7 kills in that sweep against Syracuse last weekend. Powell delivers back-to-back points for the Tigers, and we're tied again. Here's a good look at Adria, the grad student from Hubbard, Ohio, a transfer as a grad student from Ohio State.
Pancake, oh, can they keep it alive?
A lot of efforts at it, but not enough as Notre Dame gets the point.
I love to see this, though, from both teams. Yeah, neither team is willing to let the ball hit the floor on their side. Look at how many bodies are on the ground for the Clemson Tigers. Everybody's fighting for the point.
Point went to McDowell to give the Fighting Irish the lead back again. It's 16-15, crazy serve, but Clemson still is able to get a swing at it with Kennedy Wagner. And Wagner delivers her second kill.
And that was such a fun point for the Clemson Tigers. You can see they're celebrating, but Adria Powell actually started with the hit. Nice high hit. Adria Powell started with the pass, which normally we don't say that about her. But nice high hit there off the hands of the Fighting Irish for Kennedy Wagner.
And Notre Dame gets the point right back. I mean, we are literally going back and forth at this point. Schrader again, and give her 3 kills in 5 swings.
And Schrader, man, she is so talented. If she's also a setter, and I haven't really seen her play much in that role, but she is bringing it tonight as an outside hitter playing from the right side.
Comes off a good performance against Florida State. Wagner gets it again. Kennedy Wagner, the freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana.
Yeah, so Wagner, again, she's just swinging so high, and so she's able to hit off the hands of the Fighting Irish. And you have #1 for Notre Dame back there at 5 feet tall, doing everything she can to try to dig that ball.
Now remember, Clemson had a 6-0 run with Wagner serving the last time, and the moment I say that, it's the announcer jinx. She gets a service error, point to the Irish.
Yeah, the Tigers definitely hate if Wagner misses a serve. And again, she's aggressive enough, and she has enough aces that a miss every once in a while is no big deal, but they know how strong their rotation is when her serves are inbounds.
Palazzolo putting into play. There's just a nice way to just take that ball that was floating up there, and Kachenko comes through. Katrina Kachenko.
Yep, overpass opportunity here. She goes up, swings high. Again, you know, behind the defenders. That's such an effective kill.
Senior from Ukraine. 18 all. Great opening set.
Yeah, this match could not be any tighter.
And there's a quick error by Palazzolo. We're not going to see that happen too many times.
Yeah, she's probably not happy about that at all. Just kind of a, you know, an unnecessary, an unforced error, as we say in volleyball.
Powell to put it into play for the Tigers. And there is a quick kill by Ava Lang.
Adria Powell is in the back row there after serving, playing defense. And, you know, nice kill by the Irish, but I know Adria Powell would have loved to have dug that ball.
We're tied again at 19. Lucy Trump, sophomore from Florence, Kentucky, serving again.
You have Devin Taylor in now for the Clemson Tigers as a libero.
And that winds up being an ace right there.
So this is a crucial part in this first set. Again, you can feel the energy. It's super loud in here. The Clemson Tigers fans are fired up. The Tigers are trying to defend their home turf. The Irish are trying to break their losing streak.
Fans are still pouring in. They're starting to run out of room in here. We got a great crowd tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the number of fans that have attended. I'm not sure if that number will be ready, but
woo! That's a way to answer. That is Kachenko again.
Yeah, but I do not see any empty seats around here. So yeah, wow, look at this kill from Kachenko. Beautiful cross court in the seam, super fast snap. Exactly what you want to see from an outside hitter.
Kachenko, a transfer from Oregon State. Taylor setting up Kennedy, who takes the big swing. Notre Dame is able to answer. From the other side, it's Asia Daly.
Good dig there by the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, it's almost a self-defense dig.
Yeah.
Fighting Irish get the block. That's Nicole Drunick. Third on the team in blocks. That's her 41st.
Clemson Tigers up there, just nice sealing of the net. Kachenko had nowhere to go.
21-20. Notre Dame leading Clemson in our opening set.
And they just subbed in Mia McGrath, who has brought a lot of fire for the Clemson Tigers throughout the whole season.
Symington! Big kill at a big point.
Yeah, the freshman middle blocker for the Clemson Tigers runs a slide, effective for the Clemson Tigers.
Symington was great on the road last weekend. 4 blocks at Syracuse, 6 kills against Boston College.
Good serve. Ooh, better
Point
kill.
Notre Dame, yeah. Ava Lang. We've been really been picking up the discussion about her. She's been really big in the second half of this set.
Yeah, she's averaging 2.52 kills per set.
She's got 3 kills so far. Manitsis will serve. Freshman from San Antonio.
Nice pass.
And a block for the Fighting Irish. And that is Palazzolo. And now Notre Dame getting a little separation here, and that's going to be a quick timeout that's going to be taken by Clemson to try to break this momentum as we reach a real crucial point here in our opening set.
So the Clemson Tigers at this point, Notre Dame's 2 away from winning this opening set. So the Clemson Tigers, they need to take a little pause. You can see the coaching staff right now is coming up with a strategy on which play they want to run. And again, their whole goal is to try to move around the Notre Dame blockers as much as possible so they can get that one-on-one opportunity for their hitters.
Notre Dame leads this series 10-4 overall. Clemson won the last time they met in October of last year. At one point, the Fighting Irish won 8 straight until Clemson won that contest a year ago. Fighting Irish, we talked about their struggles coming in. They've lost 5 straight, 10 of their last 12 after having a stretch in September when they won 6 straight matches. But here they are in the opening set tonight and playing very impressively, and right now a couple points away from getting up a set. Take a look at what Notre Dame has added talent-wise, and we've called these names a lot tonight. Obviously, Palazzolo, who's off to a great start, 5 kills in the first set, and Drudnik joining the team from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, the whole transfer portal now is really crucial for these programs who are kind of in the middle of the pack in their conferences. So they're looking for players who, are graduating from their other programs but still have that year of eligibility. And they're asking them to come, help our team for 1 year. And you can see what a big impact they're making already. You've
added 2 players right there for Notre Dame that you've got your leader in assists and your leader in kills. Wow. Far and away, both came through the portal. So let's see if the Clemson timeout breaks that Notre Dame momentum. Fighting Irish up 23-21, opening set. And that is going to be a Wagner swing that goes out, and now it's going to be several set points coming up for Notre Dame.
And volleyball's such a team sport, so the thing about the portal is you don't have that bonding that you kind of build over the years together, traveling to Europe that the Clemson Tigers have done, but the leadership and the seniority and just the experience that they're bringing can add a lot.
Great job by Clemson to keep it alive. And there's a block when Clemson needed one, and that's Wagner.
Yeah, we talked about the transfers, we talked about, seniors, but here's a freshman in Kennedy Wagner who brings so much from the service line, and there she's showing you her blocking skills as well.
Set point number 2 for Notre Dame. Devin Taylor serving for Clemson.
Nice serve down the line.
Another block for the Tigers. That is Powell right in front.
Wow, this could not be more exciting.
And Notre Dame wants to talk it over. They've had a couple of chances to take this first set. Clemson with back-to-back points. Another set point coming up, but only one more at this point for the Fighting Irish as they take that break. Wow, what a great set this has been.
And I know we have viewers tonight who are new to volleyball, so sometimes I just take a moment and kind of explain some of the basics. So we are playing to 25. Every play counts as a point. So either you make a mistake and the other team gets a point, or you win and you get the point. So right now, Notre Dame, and you have to win by 2. So Notre Dame is 1 point away from taking the opening set. And there is a lot of momentum that happens in volleyball. You definitely would like to always win the opening set. But Clemson right now, they're clawing back. If they can win this point, then we're tied up and we're going into what's called overtime because it'll be past 25.
So there's a look at the Fighting Irish bench. Both teams hitting under 200 at this point. 14 kills for Notre Dame, 13 for Clemson. Each team with a couple of
I know, hopefully, I don't know how quickly they can kind of calculate the attendance, but I know they've set some records this season. Overall, in general, volleyball is setting all kinds of crazy records across the country. For viewership, the Wisconsin Badgers just had a match on Fox, which I know everyone was celebrating. The Clemson Tigers are going to get a new gym for their volleyball program, which is so needed. All right, here we go, crucial point.
Yeah, set point for Notre Dame. It's their third.
Great serve by Devin Taylor.
And Clemson answers. So the Tigers, with Kennedy Wagner getting the kill, they've reeled off 3 straight with their backs to the wall.
This is so much fun because it takes guts to make a tough serve when you're looking at game, set point for the other team. And Kennedy Wagner was right there to help her teammate by putting the ball away.
3 straight points for the Tigers to tie it up again. And Clemson finally has one get away from them. This is a point for Notre Dame, and it's delivered by Charity McDowell.
Yep, and so again, win by 2. So even though it's first to 25, it's that win by 2 situation. So now we're officially in overtime for the first set.
So Notre Dame has got set point number 4. Hattie Monson will serve. Slavic the set. Great digs all the way around both clubs. Daly gets rejected, but no, it's going to go out, so it's going to be a kill for the Tigers. We're tied again.
And this is as exciting as volleyball gets. So nice swing, a great overall play by both teams, just barely outside of the line, which means it was a point for the Tigers.
25 all. First team to win back-to-back points will do it. And Tigers get a block from Kennedy Wagner. Look at her celebration. And now Clemson's flipped the script. They've battled off 4 set points so far. Timeout Notre Dame. And now Clemson will get a chance to serve to win the opening set. Man, this has been fun. Take a look at it again.
And so this is Wagner, a beautiful block. She brings her hand so the ball goes back inside the court. And that ball almost landed before Wagner does. So yeah, she was ready to celebrate. She knew she had that point.
Fiona Schrader made the big swing. And you can see the block by Wagner. She had a couple of blocks against Syracuse, but she's got a couple of blocks in this set, and they have been huge.
All right, so crucial moment in this first set. Right now, the Fighting Irish are trying to reset, make a plan. They need to tie it back up, but if the Clemson Tigers are able to win, then they will win the next point. They'll win the set.
There's a look at that Clemson bench. Again, with a huge crowd in here tonight. Tigers, of course, coming in 14-10, 5-7 in the ACC. They got off to their best 20-game start in nearly a decade. And had that sweep on the road last weekend to try to get some momentum going coming into this final homestand of the season. So here we come out of the timeout. Clemson will serve. McKenna Gildon, the freshman from Plano, Texas, will serve.
The gym sure is loud enough. We'll see if that's affecting the Fighting Irish. Lots of great energy here from the Clemson Tigers. Again, they're playing in football tomorrow. The same teams are playing, Notre Dame versus Clemson.
And that is a point that the Fighting Irish get coming out of the timeout. And Palazzolo, we're tied again.
Huge swing from Palazzolo. Again, kind of gutsy swing. She just found the hands of the Clemson blocker and were able to use them, so the ball went out of bounds.
He's got half a dozen kills in this opening set.
Okay, this is an opportunity for the Tigers.
Slavic setting up Powell, and Powell delivers. Adria Powell's got 6 kills on the night. She's got 6 kills and 8 swings, and it's a second set point for the Tigers.
That's a nice high hitting percentage there.
And if you're Clemson, you want to have Kennedy Wagner serving.
Yes, you do.
And that is why she ends the set with an ace. Clemson battled off 4 set points and takes the opener 28-26. Will serve for the Tigers.
Good deep serve. Little help from their ceiling there for the Tigers.
Great
Nice
dive by Slavic just to keep it alive. McGrath swing, and it's a kill for Clemson as the block effort by Notre Dame goes out of bounds. Mia McGrath on the board.
So this is a great example of how an outside hitter uses a block in volleyball. So McGrath goes up, she finds the Fighting Irish hands and purposely hits off of them, so it goes out of bounds and is a point for the Tigers.
That's her first kill of the night. And Notre Dame comes right back with it. That's Charity McDowell. We've talked about her a lot. She's a senior from Indianapolis and basically just dunked that one. Irish on the board here in set 2. Monson's serve is Clemson has a little struggle getting it across, but they do.
Look at that scrappy defense, just getting a hand on the ball, keeping it alive.
Wow.
Another example.
Diving effort by Monson. The set to Daly. Daly throws it down. It's a point Clemson.
So this is just such a match of like grit and battling. So you just have to be prepared. The ball's most likely coming back to you. So it's going to take you 2 or 3 attempts to really get that kill and put the ball down.
Daly's got 4 kills now. And McGrath gets an ace. Back-to-back points for the Tigers.
She's another very effective server for the Clemson Tigers. Sophomore, brings a lot of energy, always smiling.
13 aces now on the season for McGrath from Deerfield, Ohio. Almost had another one.
Pretty fun. The student section for the Clemson Tigers have ace signs, like the card aces.
That was a crazy point right there, and that's a kill for Notre Dame. That's Paula Zolo. Clemson made about 3 spectacular dives to try to keep it alive, but Paula Zolo gets now kill number 7. She leads both clubs.
This is such a fun match for like players who are growing in the sport, want one day to play at the college level. You can see here the effort that every player on each team is demonstrating.
Clemson lets that go, and it's a wise idea because it's a server's error, Notre Dame, and Tigers go back up now 4-2. Devin Taylor will serve it.
I often get asked, like, what's the different colored jersey in volleyball? So that's called the libero position, and all they do is play defense and serve receive, so they don't actually attack or hit out of the front row. But they're specialists when it comes to defense.
And dig, dig, dig. Daly's big swing, and she connects again, and Clemson goes up by 3.
That's such a big swing that the line judge had to move out of the way a little bit so that she didn't get hit, but I think pretty impressive. She was able to still see the ball and make the right call.
Yep, officials believe in self-preservation as well. Taylor, the junior from Spring, Texas. There's another big swing, and it's going to be a miss, though, by Paula Zolo. It goes out of bounds, and suddenly a little separation for the Tigers, up 4.
So outside hitter here for the Fighting Irish. It looks like she was trying to find Asia Daly's hands and hit off the block to get that touch, but she missed, and so it ultimately was a point for the Tigers. Back row tap.
Oh, you can see just a bit of a miscommunication there. It was the dig by Slavic, and then Taylor and Daly. It was like, you got it, you got it. That breaks that 3-0 run by Clemson.
So normally you do want the libero to take it, but it was so close to Asia Daly that I think you know, again, that miscommunication, which happens.
Yep. Palazzolo has a service error right there. Second of the night for the Fighting Irish. Point Tigers at 7-3. McKenna Gildon goes back to serve for Clemson. They're up a set, and they're leading by 4 here in the second. And there's a beautiful block right in the middle, and it's Adria Powell again.
So add another block to her statistic. She's one of the leaders in the country for total blocks on the season, certainly a leader in the ACC, and you can see her leading for the Tigers.
Yeah, she's got 3 tonight. And there's a kill by McGrath. The thing I love about McGrath, she does a little bit of everything. 124 kills, 18 blocks, 13 aces, and that's going to bring out a Notre Dame timeout. Clemson on a 3-0 run to go up by 6.
I can never remember how to perfectly format my citations.
Right there out of that timeout to end a 3-0 run by the Tigers. It's a quick kill delivered by Palazzolo. She's now got 8 kills. And it's 9-4. Trump to serve. And she has an error. Point to the Tigers. They get to double figures at 10-4.
There's that balance of, you know, being aggressive, and you want to always be going for the ace or at least push the other team out of system. But too many errors can just be a free point for the other team.
Fighting Irish with 3 service errors now. A real scramble both clubs now. Notre Dame sets up a good swing, but Clemson's there. Slavic to Powell. Oh, a quick kill and a point for the Fighting Irish. That's Drunick.
Yep, setter there for the Fighting Irish, using a little trick play. She went up with her both hands, really, acted like she was going to set, and then used her left hand to hit the ball off of Adria Powell to get the point.
Clemson is doubled up. Fighting Irish 10-5 here in set 2. McKenna went for that quick kill that she likes to do, but Notre Dame answered, but there's no stopping her that time. Point for the Tigers, and as a point as Powell comes through again.
I think Powell's in the zone right now. I mean, she's just like, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Whether it's a block or a kill. Let's see how she does serving.
It makes it 11-5 Clemson. And a service error very quickly, and that gives the point back.
I'd still keep feeding her, though.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
on fire right now.
She's got 7 kills, 3 blocks. 11-6 Clemson. Manitsis will serve. Slavic went for that quick kill, but it sailed on her out of bounds. Point Notre Dame.
Here's another look at that attempt from Slavic. She goes again like she's faking the set. Just missed it outside.
Fighting Irish back within 4. Back within 3 as the Notre Dame defense comes through again. That's Schrader.
Absolutely beautiful block by the Fighting Irish, but that set was a little too tight for the Tigers, so Tashenko really had nowhere else to go with that swing, but right into the block.
Notre Dame has scored 3 straight.
Good pass. See, that set was much farther off the net.
And the Fighting Irish run continues. That's Schrader again.
We're right back where we were in the first set. We're neck and neck. Clemson Tigers trying to hold on to their lead in the match and their lead in this set.
Tigers were up by 5 a moment ago, but Notre Dame has put 4 straight on the board to draw within 2.
Great serve by the Irish.
And there's a big block on the swing by Symington. The run continues. They have those big bodies, Palazzolo up front. along with McDowell. Now Notre Dame has come all the way back to within 1. They've scored 5 straight. Menezes will serve again. Finally, the Tigers come through and break that run, and it is Mia McGrath. McGrath with her 3rd kill.
And she just is so effective at using the block. So for any blocker that's trying to go up against Mia McGrath, you really have to seal the net, because if you show her any kind of arm at all, she's going to find it and hit off of it.
That's a point for Notre Dame on the swing by Palazzolo.
All right, another great swing here from Palazzolo. Clemson's hands are up. You see there, Asia Daly, just such a big swing that the ball kind of knocked Asia Daly around up there.
12-11 Clemson. McGrath gets the kill off the diving attempt by Hattie Monson, but it flew into the stands.
McGrath is playing very smart volleyball right now. So before she was using the blocker's hand, so the block this time set up a little bit more on the line to try to protect it, and then she went deep cross court. Woo, that's a big swing.
Yeah. Schrader's swing, and it misses. Point Clemson.
I think the Clemson Tigers feel a little lucky to come away with that point. Palazzolo just pounds it off of Mia McGrath, but really, nice dig by McGrath. Asia Daly thinking on her toes, and then the ball was just hit out of bounds by the Irish.
And Notre Dame gets the point right back. That's Lauren Tarnoff, senior from Huntington Beach, California.
So
Tarnoff gets her 3rd kill of the night.
The fans were so loud for the Clemson Tigers in the first set. So we hope they didn't use all their energy in the first set. They're just enjoying good volleyball right now.
It's been terrific tonight. Battle at the net, ball still alive. Palazzolo used some finesse there, found a spot near the back line, and it's a point for the Fighting Irish.
And that's actually a very difficult tip for an outside hitter, for any hitter to do, but I mean, she really has to push the ball pretty far back in the court to find that corner.
And that's a service error for Notre Dame. That's Schrader. Has now 4 service errors for Notre Dame on the night.
And that allowed Adria Powell to sub back in for the Clemson Tigers, their best blocker. Number 2 in the ACC.
Yeah, look at up front. You got Powell, you got Wagner, and you got Daly. That's where Clemson wants to be.
Yep, and Taylor's a great server.
And she gets an ace right there. Just the way you draw it up.
Could have gone either way there. Just barely squeaks over the net. There's the ace sign.
That's
from
the ace of pause.
The student section for the Clemson Tigers.
Let's get the fans fired up. Taylor will serve again. Tigers by 3 in the 2nd set. They won the 1st in a thriller.
Okay, out of system play here. See if the Tigers can take advantage. Miscommunication on their side too.
Taylor setting up Daly. Coming the other way is Schrader, and Schrader's effort goes long. That's another point for Clemson.
So an in-system play for volleyball means that it's like a beautiful pass, a beautiful dig. The setter's able to stay in her zone and have, all of her options. She can set behind her, she can set in front, she can set the back row. And out-of-system play means that it's just a little bit crazy, and it may be the setter's like pulled way off the net, or the libero's having to set the ball.
Fighting Irish are in a danger zone now as Powell gets the block right there. Clemson has scored 4 straight, and at this point in set 2, they got a little separation going as Notre Dame calls a timeout.
Another block for Powell. She is just having a great match so far tonight. Again, the senior transfer from Ohio State. She brings in that blocking power, but she's also adding serves and digs and offense tonight in her attacking.
She's done a lot of everything. She's got 8 kills and 11 attacks, a couple of digs, and 3 blocks. Powell leads Clemson in that category. Palazzolo has 9 kills overall for Notre Dame, but the Tigers get that 4-0 run when they already had a 1-point lead. And again, if you're Notre Dame, this is kind of an area where you're already down a set. You don't want to have too much separation.
Right.
Especially in a crucial second set from their standpoint.
Exactly. So we're playing best of 5 sets, and best of 5 games, I guess, but each set goes to 25 points. So right now the Clemson Tigers have won 1 set, and then they need to win 2 more to win the entire match. So Notre Dame right now, they are behind, and so they're trying to catch up, not only in the set, but in the entire match.
Okay, we got a great crowd here tonight. We got people on the very top row here where we are. Normally we don't have company up here, but you know, we've got a few dozen of our friends right here.
We could call this a bird's eye view.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we are tonight. But again, great crowd. So coming out of the timeout, we'll see if Notre Dame's got an answer to this Clemson run. Tigers have put 4 straight on the board to go up here in set 2. Devin Taylor still serving. She's got 5 digs tonight. 36 away from the 1,200 mark in her career.
A little misset there by the Tigers.
Yep, finally get a point for Notre Dame. Tigers get that one up. That's Palazzolo coming through to end that Clemson run and get Notre Dame back within 4, and Sydney will go back and serve now.
So Drew Nix up front for the Fighting Irish. She's the setter. She's been very effective herself on offense tonight.
Wagner did a great job just to keep that alive on the dig on the serve. Here's Daly, and Notre Dame blocks it. That's Lauren Tarnoff there to close the door.
Yeah, huge block
actually
by the Fighting Irish, but also super tough swing for Asia Daly and the Clemson Tigers. It's coming across her body. It's an out-of-system play. It is good that she's going up big and swinging.
Now Jackie Simpson-Keir says, okay, all right, let's settle down here real quick. They had the 18-13 lead. You've given up back-to-back points, but you liked having that cushion, so a pretty wise timeout there by the Clemson coach.
And we saw it in the first set. The teams were neck and neck. It went into overtime play. So Coach Kerr would love if the Clemson Tigers could hold on to a little bit of a buffer to finish out this second set.
Again, we talked about Clemson coming off that great sweep last weekend. They won at Syracuse, and they beat the Orange for the first time since 2014. Then hit 312 for the sweep at Boston College. Meanwhile, Notre Dame is struggling. They have not won a match since October 13th against Virginia. So it's been a long drought for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and it's hard to know if there's maybe some injuries on the team or just a little bit of lack of confidence happening right now, but it is really tough when you get in a rut like that. Looks like they had a close match against Virginia Tech back on October 20th where they lost in 5 sets, so close match. And they played some tough opponents, Pitt, and then the Clemson Tigers are playing Louisville this Sunday, and that's going to be their senior day. That'll be their last home match of the season.
Yeah, and that's what a way to close out when you got one of the elite of the ACC coming in here. But that's Sunday. Right now it's Friday night, and Clemson already up a set, and they've got a lead here by 3 in the second set. And after giving up a couple points back-to-back, let's see what Jackie Simpson-Keir has come up with. Palazzolo will put it into play. She's having another good night. She's got 9 kills, 3 blocks, and an ace.
Great dig by the Tigers. Nice hit by the, great dig by the Irish. Nice hit by the Tigers.
Slavik goes for that quick kill. The diving effort by Schrader does not get across, and Schrader can't get to her, and Slavik is on the board again.
Wow, and look how Slavik just hides that so well. She looks like she's gonna hit her, she set her hitter, so she's waiting. At the last second, she actually hits the ball over herself just very softly with her 2 hands.
We've seen Slavik go for that quick kill herself a few times. That's the first time she's been successful tonight.
Really tight set. Good recovery by the Fighting Irish.
Great dig by Taylor. Wagner gets a kill from a tough spot. What a great swing that was.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. You saw her with her hand. She's kind of like, how did that happen? She was just so outside the court. She really just did her best to say, let me see if I can make anything happen here.
You know what you say if you're Jackie Simpson-Keir? You say, what a coach. And another Notre Dame timeout now as these. Actually, it's not. It's a timeout for a review, so we're going to have a challenge here. And they're going to take a look at this call, and this will be our first review of the night. And you're going to see the same replays that our lead official is.
So the Fighting Irish are challenging this call. If they win, they get the ball and the point. I'm not sure we know exactly what is being challenged yet. But with it, at this point in the match, it might even just be like a strategy that the coach is using for the Fighting Irish, Coach Rockwell. And just anything to kind of slow the momentum down from the Clemson Tigers. She does have 2 challenges to use in the entire match, and she'll get an extra one if we go to a 5th set.
You know, Clemson having put a couple of points back-to-back here. So let's take a look.
I just really
trying to see if there was.
Oh, okay. She's wondering if anybody was in the net. So actually, what it looks like from my perspective, which of course could be a different ruling, is that the ball hit the net, and that's why the net is bouncing. But the coach for the Fighting Irish, Coach Rockwell, she is trying to fight and win this challenge by saying that there's a Clemson Tiger in the net. Tough call.
I know. I'm looking at those, and thanks for wearing those orange sleeves, because I think it gives you a kind of a good perspective of where her arms are in relation to the net.
Right.
It looks like to me, and here's a new angle for us.
Look at this block, though.
Yep.
Pause that for just beautiful blocking
I think
form.
you can see right there that the ball was what shook the net. Now that's what I say. Review is done. We're gonna.
And this would be such a crucial point if it was reversed. It would give Notre Dame, you know, that chance to get back in.
Notre Dame challenge is defeated, so that is a big swing right there. So Clemson, instead of, will keep that 20-15 lead. Notre Dame was hoping to close that gap again, and you can see Salima Rockwell asking the official. I think the first angle showed it. I think the second angle was pretty conclusive. So 2015 Clemson, we'll see if the break did anything for the Tigers' momentum.
And that is probably going to be called 4 hits.
Yep.
Yep.
Point for the Tigers.
So that means the ball never crossed the plane of the net for the Fighting Irish.
So now Clemson up by 6. They've scored the last 3. And that's an error on the serve by Gildon, and that's going to stop the Clemson run. Tigers still up by 5 here in the second.
That's a good aggressive serve, though. Clemson does have enough of a lead that it is okay to, you know, be a little more aggressive. And it's always better to miss long than in the net.
Lucy Trump will serve. She's second on the team in aces, but she has a service error, and that's a crucial one right there. So back-to-back service errors, and it advances Clemson closer. They're now at 22-16 here in set 2.
And again, we're playing to 25 points in the second set. The Clemson Tigers would love to finish it out, and go into the locker room up 2.
You got Kennedy Wagner serving, and that's usually a good thing. She ended the opening set with an ace. The setup from McGrath, but it's a point for the Tigers, and now Clemson getting close to going by second set. The effort by McDowell does not stay in bounds.
McGrath needs a shirt that says, like, no fear. Put your hands up in front of me.
McGrath has 5 kills now. Clemson's got a lot of balance in that category. Wagner, Daly, and McGrath all with 5. Powell has 8. Wagner to serve again.
Yeah, she ended the first set serving, like you said.
And that ace. There's a big swing, and Notre Dame finally answers to get that point back. That's Ava Lang.
Yeah,
Lang's got 4 kills now.
Huge swing from Lang. Crucial point in the game. Her team really needed that point.
So now the Fighting Irish, Nicole Drunick will serve. 23-17 Clemson.
Nice effort.
Wagner gets it across. I don't think that was the soundest ball she hit. Sounded like a little bit of a thud, but you know what? It worked.
Yeah, and amazing effort there by the libero for the Fighting Irish. You could see she was frustrated.
Here come multiple set points for Clemson. Powell puts it into play. The swing and the miss out of bounds, and Clemson takes set 2, 25. And set number 3 is underway. Slavic setting up Wagner, but Notre Dame responds with the block.
Big high hit there from Kennedy Wagner. She was trying to get her ball to go off the blocker's hands for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, but they were very disciplined in their block and were able to keep it so that it went inbounds on the Tiger side.
Sheridan McDowell gets her 5th kill, or 5th block, I should say, of the night. She leads the team in that category.
Wow, I can't believe that wasn't called as lift, but rules have changed since I played.
Wagner delivers. Kennedy gets her 7th kill of the night.
Huge swing here from Kennedy Wagner, one-on-one opportunity. As a freshman for the Clemson Tigers, she is playing so well, and I know they are very excited for the future of Kennedy Wagner with this program.
We're going to have to hold the phone for a moment to make sure that that is a kill, because of Notre Dame making another challenge here. Now, I did see one of the Fighting Irish players just turn around and look at the bench and was convinced that the ball was out of bounds. And we're going to get a look at it right here.
So this, to me, they must have really felt it was out, because this seems like a interesting time to use their second and only remaining challenge. So they must have had a pretty good view of it and felt like it was out of bounds.
There's another angle of it. Going frame by frame.
Ooh, that
the
could
two
be out.
looks I see, and it looks like it hit in the purple. That's not my, I don't do predictions. I've been wrong too many times, but
I think we can appreciate how difficult the line judges' jobs really are. If we're sitting here on a replay and ooh, we can't quite tell.
And then also seeing if there was any contact at all by hands from Notre Dame on it.
Yeah, when a ball is challenged, when the call is challenged, they can replay the entire play and find if they made an error with any call, whether somebody was in the net, whether it was a touch, whether the ball was in or out.
So she's made her ruling. She's checking with the scoring table, and it is point Notre Dame. So a successful challenge after Salima Rockwell's challenge at near the end of the last set did not go her way.
And that means actually she does get to keep her challenge card, I believe, and use it again if needed.
So now it's 2-0 Notre Dame to start set 3. McGrath just sends that floater in there, tips it over, and it's a point for the Tigers.
So we've seen McGrath tonight already hit off the blocker's hands, down the line, cross court. Now here she's showing her finesse shot from the back row. That's a perfect place, actually. When I was talking about those cones earlier, that's another spot, that donut right in the middle of the court. If you can make the ball land there, you're in good shape.
McGrath has half a dozen kills. Notre Dame answers. That is Schrader. And Kenny, Iowa, her hometown.
Schrader's had a great night tonight. She's a lefty. She swings from the right side. She also has that setter experience, which just gives you great knowledge of the court.
3-1 Notre Dame, third set. Clemson won the first 2. Powell comes through. Adrian Powell is just having a great night. 9 kills now.
Yeah, she probably knows that, this is one of her last 2 matches here at home for the Clemson Tigers. She's starting to feel it. She really has brought so much leadership to this team in her transfer season.
We know about her blocks, but she's really had a surge offensively as well. Again, comes into the night leading the team in points. Almost had another one. Powell's big swing. That's a point for the Tigers, as that one looked like it just stayed on the hardwood side.
Yeah, I'm going to practice my line judging skills. I'm going to call that one in. Solidly in.
10 kills now. She's the first for either team to double figures, and Clemson has come back to tied at 3 here in the third. Schrader's swing is a success, and it's a point back for Notre Dame. Schrader's got 7 kills.
Really good blocking by both teams tonight. Even sometimes the ball's going out of bounds, but it's great to see that there's 2 blockers up on most attacks. Really, then the next step is to get 3 blocks up.
That's Kaylee Dockery. She's from Murphy, North Carolina. A little bit of a drive here in the western North Carolina mountains from here in the upstate of South Carolina. Great dig by Devin Taylor. It just sailed a little too long. McGrath had to run all the way over to the Clemson bench.
Yeah, so big swing here. Taylor just barely gets her hands on it. Asia Daly's trying to get out of the way, but they weren't able to save it.
Yep. Paula Zolo gets her 10th kill. 5-3 Notre Dame. 5-4 Notre Dame as Wagner comes through.
I think Wagner said, give me the ball. I want a chance to redeem myself. That one definitely was in.
Yeah.
You can see it clearly bounces inside the court.
1-point match, and now Wagner goes back to serve. She's got a couple of aces already. And Notre Dame delivers. They get the point right back. Oh, actually going to be a point for Clemson. Forgive me.
Yep, no touch on the block there. She was swinging for down the line. And just misses wide outside the court.
Yep.
Good disciplined block by the Tigers there. You could see Slavic, reach her hands back into the court, which is what you want to do.
Wagner has a service error right there. That is the 4th for Clemson in this match. Notre Dame has 5, and it gives the Fighting Irish the lead back.
Another tight set here, 3rd set out of a 5-set match. Best of 5, I should say.
Slavic setting up Powell, and Powell comes through again. We are going back and forth. This is getting the feels of, especially like our opening set. Six. Powell serving.
Just got a hand on the ball, kept it alive for her team.
Yeah, Powell did a great dig there. And the quick kill by the Irish, they get the point. That's Drunick, an experienced player. Again, she's played at some premier programs, Nebraska and Georgia Tech previously. Notre Dame, her 3rd school, now as a grad student. Lauren Tarnoff will serve for the Fighting Irish. They're up by 1.
Wow, great set, great hit, and great dig.
Best rally of this set so far.
Nice block coverage.
Symington couldn't quite keep that one in. It drops into the purple, and it's a point for the Notre Dame.
So this is a back set from Slavic to Symington. She's just trying for the little soft shot there over the block. And misses it wide.
And a service error for Notre Dame. That's their 6th, and it draws Clemson back within 1. Lauren Tarnoff, who goes off after that point taken by the Tigers. Slavic will serve now. The set for McGrath. That's an easy call to make when it hits the official.
Yep, nice big deep swing from McGrath. And again, the guts of the line judges tonight is really impressing me. We need to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
He stood his ground. The ball bounced off his feet, so he knew it was definitely out.
He took the shot. Point for Notre Dame. It's now 9-7. Drunick will serve. Taylor sets up Wagner, and that one goes into the net. It's a point for Notre Dame, and the Fighting Irish are now up 10-7 here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Coach Keir does not like that. He's calling a timeout.
He's going to try to take a quick timeout there to try to slow that momentum. Fighting Irish up by 3 here in the 3rd.
Welcome to Ideation.
Back at Clemson, Tigers taking a timeout to slow that Notre Dame momentum down. Fighting Irish up 10-7. Jackie Simpson-Keir made that quick TO call.
Yeah, she's really hoping to slow down the momentum of the Fighting Irish right now. Very strong rotation they have with their setter back to serve.
So Drunick puts it into play. Symington's swing, and she gets the kill. So the Tigers get a coach's point there for Jackie Simpson-Kerr out of the break and play.
And sometimes the Tigers are probably going to miss their home court advantage they have with the ceiling. So this ball actually, nice kill by Symington. She goes swings high. That ball bounces off the ceiling and onto the floor of the Fighting Irish.
McGrath the serve from the near side. And that's a quick point for Notre Dame to get it right back. That's Charity McDowell. She's had a good night. That's her 4th kill to go along with 5 blocks. Here's Alyssa Manitzis. She'll serve with the Fighting Irish up by 3 here in the 3rd. Slavic set up Daly, and Daly gets it across as Notre Dame made a lot of efforts but couldn't get it across. Asia Daly, Clemson's leader in kills coming in, now has half a dozen.
So nice off-speed roll shot for Asia Daly, again to that donut in the middle of the floor. Nice. But it only works if you really go up like you're gonna kill it and hide that.
Devin Taylor serving. And there is a point for the Irish as the block attempt by Clemson goes out of bounds, and now Notre Dame.
That was a beautiful back set by Drunick there. She was kind of running toward the left side of the court, was able to get her hands, well on that ball to push it for a beautiful back set.
Fighting Irish by 3. And that swing will go long. It's a point for the Tigers. The swing by Palazzolo won't connect this time.
And so here the Tigers are exactly what we said all match long. The momentum changes, going back and forth. They're trying to creep back within 2 and then get the lead here in this 3rd set to ultimately close and win out the match.
McKenna Gildon comes in and she will serve as Daly goes out for the moment. Gildon's serve goes out of bounds, so it's a service error, and it's a point for Notre Dame.
So the Tigers, without knowing the stats exactly, I feel like they're missing a little bit more in this set than they did in the first 2 sets. So not as many aces, more misses, and that's probably the only difference.
6 aces or 6 errors on serves for Notre Dame, but 5 for Clemson. Slavic went for the quick kill, but Notre Dame answers. Wagner, another great dig in the back, and now both teams kind of out of system now. McGrath, kind of a miss hit there out of bounds, and now Notre Dame stretches it out to 14-10.
And this is where it's so crucial for the Clemson Tigers. They're up 2 sets in this match. They've got to stay disciplined, and that was just kind of a little bit of a miss hit there by McGrath.
Clemson's already used 1 timeout, but they don't have to think even about using one because the Notre Dame service error gives them a point right back as Dockery's serve goes long.
All right, so here's the Clemson Tigers, one of their favorite rotations. You have Kennedy Wagner, the freshman, serving. Adria Powell in the front row.
And she smoked that one a little too much, and now it's a point for the Irish, and it's 15-11. We've had back-to-back errors.
I've had people ask me too, like, why? What's the hugging? What's the huddling that happens? So I kind of joke in life, like, it's actually a great skill. What you do is you celebrate the great plays and you shake off the bad plays.
Powell went for the quick kill, but the Fighting Irish somehow scrambled to keep it alive.
Yeah, and that was Slavic actually trying.
And she went for it again. It goes off the hand of Dockery, and it's a point for the Tigers.
So Slavic there again trying her tricky trick shot from a setter, which was very effective because it had the Fighting Irish out of system, and then she comes back again and gets the kill, the 2nd attempt.
Halfway across court for her 2nd kill. That's a Adria Powell service error. And
so this is what we discussed, but the Tigers are making more errors in this set than they made in the 1st and 2nd set, and so that's the difference. That's why they're down now by 4 points. So there's plenty of time left for them to turn it around.
And that's an ace for Notre Dame, and suddenly the Fighting Irish go up by 5.
So Coach Kears, man, we're talking more about the line judges than we have in a long time. So, you know, again, kudos for them for a very difficult role. Coach Keir is arguing right now because the line judge was trying to get out of Mia McGrath's way so that Mia McGrath could attempt to play the ball, but Mia McGrath did get tripped up on her. So Coach Keir wants a replay.
Take a look at what we're talking about.
So again, not a good pass, but there's a chance here for the Tigers to save it. And the line judge did acknowledge that she was in the way. I mean, it's hard to get out of these players' way sometimes.
Now, Salima Rockwell, she wants an explanation because that point got yanked away. And that's how the call is going to stand.
And that's, I mean, that would be a big lead for the Fighting Irish if they had won that point.
So take that point off the board.
But now, see, they're fired up.
And scrambling around, McGrath effort goes out of bounds again. So Notre Dame gets the point there. And that will stick at 17-12. And another timeout will be taken by Jackie Simpson-Keir because, you know, we saw Notre Dame do this in the last set. Kind of starting to get in that separation area once you get deep into the teens, and you can see that 25. It's at the end of the tunnel, but you can see the lights by now.
Yeah, and sometimes a call like that too, even though it went for the Clemson Tigers in their favor, it gave a little bit of like fire to Notre Dame because they were not happy with it. So they did come back, you know, win the next point. And this is a solid lead, 5 points in what's called rally scoring. So every single play results in a point.
Well, Clemson is getting a big night from Adria Powell. Let's show you just some of the damage that she's done. She's got 11 kills, 3 blocks. She's hitting .647.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge number. Something certainly to be very proud of. And she's also hitting, you know, from the middle. She's hitting from the right side. We've seen her play some great defense tonight. Blocking. We expect that from her, though.
You know, one interesting thing as far as breaking down the numbers, coming in the ACC, Clemson was 3rd in the conference in blocks. Notre Dame was 12th. Yet so far tonight, the Fighting Irish have 9 blocks, just 5 for Clemson.
Oh, wow.
It's just,
I'd say both teams are actually doing a good job of blocking overall, though. I'm seeing mostly 2 players up on every attack. And they're, even if they're not necessarily getting the block, they're slowing the ball down, which allows their teammates to dig it up and get that in-system play.
So coming out of the timeout, Fighting Irish up by 5. And they'll be serving. Clemson won the first 2 sets, 28-26. They fought off 4 set points in that first set to win it. A more decisive 25-17 edge for Clemson in the second, but here they are trailing in the third.
So we'll see if the Tigers can come back. This is a pretty strong lead by Notre Dame right now.
And McGrath's effort goes long, and now the Fighting Irish edge is 6.
So sometimes when a set's just like completely not going your way, right? It feels like nothing you do is right. Part of you is like, let's just get out of it and move to the next one and try again. But you do want to start to build some momentum.
Yep. There's a point for Notre Dame as Ava Lang comes through.
It's like Clemson's trying to get all their mistakes out in one set right now.
Yeah.
That Taylor Swift song, Shake It Off.
4-0 run for Notre Dame. And that's an ace at a big time for the Fighting Irish.
That's an awesome serve.
This is
Deep
Tarnoff.
in the seam. I mean, that's amazing. It looked like it was going to float out, and at the last second, it dropped down. Kind of like a curved ball in baseball.
Fighting Irish now up by 8. A great effort to make that dig. Finally gets the point for Clemson, but Lang with a great effort just to keep that one alive. But Clemson finally breaks that 5-0 run, but they still trail by 7.
So at this point, the Tigers need to take it 1 point at a time if they're really going to dig in and try to win this set, which would be great. You don't want to give the Fighting Irish a chance to believe they can win this match.
There's a big swing, and it's a point for the Tigers as the effort by Palazzolo goes long.
And this is really the rotation the Clemson Tigers can start to do that, chip away point by point. You have Slavic serving. That means she has 3 hitters in the front row and 1 hitter in the back row.
Taylor's dig. McGrath's swing. Great diving effort there by the Fighting Irish.
Oh, no.
And they get the point right back.
Yeah, beautiful dig by the Fighting Irish. And again, the Clemson Tigers, that's maybe the second time tonight where a couple players could have gotten the ball, and instead it's just dropping right in front of them.
Ava Lang celebrating, the 6'3" freshman.
There's actually a drill for that, where if there's a ball that 2 players could get, you kind of know who goes in front and who goes behind, and both of you go for it.
Lang has 5 kills now. Notre Dame up by 7. But there's a block for Powell, or excuse me, Symington.
Yep, the freshman Symington up there, middle blocker. She gets her hands on this and pushes the ball back to the Notre Dame side.
That's Symington's first block of the night. McGrath will serve. Tigers trailing by 6. The swing by Trump, and that's a kill for her. Good look at number 7.
So this is the second season for Coach Rockwell there for Notre Dame. You know she's excited how her team's playing right now.
They can see that third set victory in sight. Symington says not so fast.
Woo!
Symington gets a couple quick points.
Where did that come from? Look at this hit from the freshman Symington. And we've seen her tip some balls, do some off-speed shots, and that's, man, Coach Kears, if she could get Symington to do that more often, every single match, more consistently, she'd be thrilled.
3 kills now for Symington. Taylor with an error now on the serve, and that's been a problem for Clemson. They've been piling up. They've got now 8 service errors. They got 5 aces, but still underwater in that category.
I wonder how many of those errors are all in this set.
Monson's serve, Daly's swing.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, wow, what a way to win a point. Holy cow.
I would say at this point, nothing is going right for the Clemson Tigers, and everything is going great for Notre Dame.
Drunick just tried to keep it alive, and it wound up getting them to multiple set points. Wagner's swing, and it goes long, and Notre Dame takes set 3, and the Irish did it in convincing fashion, winning it by 9. Done. Here we go with set 4. McKenna Slavic will serve for the Tigers, and we are underway.
There's a good serve from the Tigers.
And there's a big kill coming right out of it for the Fighting Irish. That's Palazzolo, and that could be a big point. Set number 1 had 7 lead changes and 17 ties. The last 2 sets combined, we had 4 ties and no lead changes. So we'll see if that trend continues. Palazzolo, though, giving Notre Dame the early lead here in the 4th.
And I saw Coach Rockwell speaking with Palazzolo before the set started. So I bet she was saying, you know, we need you. You got to bring it.
And McGrath comes through for the Tigers, get it back. Mia McGrath, kill number 8.
She's playing great. Mia McGrath is such an all-around, strong player. She can play in the back row. She serves well. She receives well. She's very strategic in her hitting. And again, she does it with a smile on her face most of the time.
And we're cleaning up a little perspiration on the floor in front of the Notre Dame bench. And of course, you never really mind that if you've just given up a point. That's sort of a mini timeout. Maybe try to break a little momentum for the Tigers.
Anything to slow down the momentum of the other team.
That's an ace at a right time for McGrath. That's half a dozen aces on the night for Clemson.
Yeah, McGrath is not phased at all.
McGrath has 2 of them.
And this is what's so key for the Clemson Tigers. In that 3rd set where they lost, that ball was going out of bounds. But see, now they seem to be back in system.
And that floating ball was just thrown down by Symington, and Clemson has now won the last 3 points.
And that was a pretty great play by Drunick, even though they lost the point. So she's a back row setter here, so she's going up pretending like she's going to block. And so Symington, the freshman on the Clemson Tigers, had to be aware enough to know, like, nope, there's no block up. I need to hit this ball.
And Notre Dame finally gets a point across. That's Lauren Tarnoff with the kill. That is her 4th. Fighting Irish ending that 3-0 run by the Tigers. Kaylee Dockery, sophomore, will serve for Notre Dame. And there's an error right there. That's 8 service errors now for each team. And Clemson up 4-2.
Yeah, Dockery, number 5 there for the Fighting Irish. She's frustrated. You know, she comes off the bench. Her role is really to serve aggressively, serve in bounds, and then come back and do a strong serve receive.
Devin Taylor puts it in play.
So out of system play here of the Tigers. Big deep swing by Wagner. Great dig though by the Fighting Irish.
Slavic setting up Wagner. Wagner delivers. Kennedy Wagner. That is kill number 8.
That could not have been a more perfect corner placement on a down the line shot. And it was so fun to watch both line judges. They have to make their calls separately, so it's in on both sides.
Devin Taylor will serve. And that's going to be a point back for Notre Dame as they Palazzolo.
Yep, Palazzolo again just bringing her experience for the team. She's a transfer for Notre Dame, swinging big off the hands of the Clemson Tigers. So it's a free ball opportunity, but immediately the Tigers are out of system.
Great dig in the back by Palazzolo. Hung up on the net for a moment. Good rally going here.
Oh my, yep. That's a hard one to save.
That's a tough one to finally have to give up there as Lang's effort wound up in the net. That's a point for the Tigers, and they're now up 6-3.
Yeah, both teams again, they're battling. The Tigers this time are making less errors, so thus they have the lead.
Gildon serving. Wow.
Nice
Notre
coverage.
Dame's front has been strong. Powell finally says enough. Dozen kills now from Powell.
I don't think Powell's ready to graduate, or if she is, she wants to go out with a bang.
And Notre Dame is going to take a timeout here in set number 3 with the Tigers up 7-3. Clemson and Notre Dame. We are in set number 4 at Jervey.
Let's go.
They dropped the first 2 sets to Clemson. One set number 3, but here in the 4th, little separation for the Tigers early on. They're up 7-3.
Yeah, big lead to start this 4th set. The Clemson Tigers can win this set. They will win the entire match, but the Fighting Irish just absolutely dominated in the 3rd set, so we have a long way to go still.
Gildon serving, coming out of the timeout. And that's going to be a point for the Tigers.
So now it's the Irish, the Notre Dame side. They're making more errors than the Clemson Tigers. Their serves are going out of bounds or in their net. They're having miscommunication on their setting and hitting.
Clemson by 5. And the Fighting Irish get the point back finally. That's Ava Lang getting her 6th kill.
Yeah, big swing here from Ava Lang. She finds the seam in the block, goes up with everything she's got. That's a nice hit.
8-4 Clemson. Wagner with a strong swing from a tough spot. And there is Lang coming with back-to-back kills, and that gets the Fighting Irish back within 3. Second on the team in kills coming in.
Out of system play here. Wow, nice set there.
Lang swing that time goes off one of the Tigers' hands, and it's going to be another point for Notre Dame, and they've suddenly drawn back to 8-6.
So Drunick there, the setter for Notre Dame's really showing her experience, and we talked about that before, but she's played for 2 other dominant programs in volleyball. She's a graduate now for Notre Dame.
And the Fighting Irish have a run going themselves. Palazzolo again. And Notre Dame has come all the way back, and they're going to force a Clemson timeout. Closing it back to 1 now. They're trailing just 8-7.
Such a game of momentum. We talked about the lead changes and the ties in the first set, and then we didn't have any of that in the second and third set. So I have a feeling this set's going to be back to really close. Ties, lead changes. Both teams, this match means nothing necessarily for, making the NCAA tournament or, winning the ACC, but just in terms of pride in your overall season and the growth of your program, this match means a lot to both of these teams.
Sydney Palazzolo, what a night she's had. Let's just show you some of her actions. She's had 39 attacks. She's got 13 kills and 3 blocks.
Yeah, she's got such a big swing. And so even if the blockers try to get their hands on it, oftentimes it's going out of bounds or in the middle of the court. There's a sharp, sharp cross-court hit. She's smiling and clapping after that one.
Again, you can see her numbers on the night. She came in leading the team in kills, 304 on the season. She had 9 kills and 8 digs in the last time out against Florida State, so she's obviously surpassed that tonight. Think about it. She was the best player in the Big South at High Point, transfers to Notre Dame, and she's only a junior, so what a great addition that is for Salima Rockwell and the Fighting Irish.
And the ACC as a conference is only going to get stronger. Stanford coming into the ACC next year. For a minimum for volleyball, that is just completely raising the level of the ACC. They're considered one of the most dominant programs in volleyball in the history of our country. They have a great coach right there who actually I got to play for when I was on the USA national team.
So a 4-0 run by Notre Dame has the Fighting Irish back within 1 until a service error. So a coach's point for Jackie Simpson-Keir. Broke that momentum. Becca Miceli, first time we've talked about her, the sophomore from Naples, Florida, will serve.
Nice deep serve. It throws the Fighting Irish out of system. Oh my gosh.
Wow, we saw McGrath and Taylor. They both ran into each other trying to get that ball, and it winds up being a mishit.
I mean, that's better than the ball dropping between 2 players for sure, but you just really hate to see that.
9-8 Clemson. And that's a service ace at a big time for Notre Dame, and that is Nicole Drunick.
So I think Devin Taylor right now, she's been such an amazing, she's a junior, she's the libero for the Clemson Tigers. I mean, she is used to taking every ball possible. So I think she's kind of bumping into some of her teammates just because they're wanting to go after her too, but really she's like, just let me take it.
There is our second lead change here of the set as Notre Dame has come back from a big deficit to go in front of Clemson. It's now 10-9 Fighting Irish.
We said, again, many times this match was going to be tight and close. These teams are so evenly matched.
Clemson finally gets that point back. Tigers getting it. That was McGrath.
So it's going to be all about who wants it more, who's willing to fight at the end. And look, you can see the effort from both teams here on that point.
So Powell will serve, tied at 10. And that's a point for the Tigers as that attempt to get the serve back across. Winds up going out of bounds. So Powell will keep serving. 11-10 Clemson. Powell with the ace. Another tough serve, but Notre Dame at least gets a swing at it. Trump's effort goes into net. Point Clemson. Next going to get Salima Rockwell up. Not right ready to pull the string on a timeout. But Clemson answers with 3 straight points after falling behind.
And again, Adria Powell back on the service line. She's bringing it from everywhere tonight.
Well, there's a big kill right there delivered by Charity McDowell, the middle blocker.
Yeah, McDowell, she's only had a handful of kills tonight, but they always are at crucial points. I wonder if they should start setting her a little bit more here heading toward the end of the match. 5 kills in 8 attacks so far. Symington, the freshman, comes through, her 5th kill. Symington, she must be watching Adria Powell because, you know, they're both middle blockers, right? So Adria Powell's the graduate senior. Symington's just the incoming freshman for the Tigers, and she's saying, hey, I want to play like Powell's playing tonight.
And man, another strong effort by McDowell, who goes back to back.
I want credit for that one, because I said, I think you need to set her more. Maybe they were hearing us.
Just keep feeding that ball to her, because that, again, a couple of quick points for her, and Fighting Irish back within 1. Hattie Monson serving. Slavic sets up McGrath. McGrath found a great spot in that back corner near our side, and it's a point for the Tigers.
So I've mentioned the cone drill a couple times tonight, but that is the definition of the cone drill. Like, if you can put it within 1 foot of the back line and 1 foot of the sideline, I mean, it's so difficult for the defenders to get.
9 kills now for McGrath.
Nice touch on that block. Symington was late, but she got her hands up and slowed it down.
Asia Daly comes through, and Clemson now.
And that allowed her team to win the point. So great kill by Asia Daly, but good job by Symington getting her hands on that block.
7 kills now for Asia Daly. And finally, waiting for the call. Yep, it is a point Notre Dame. That's Palazzolo.
I think they may have called one of the Tigers in the net on that one, which is so unfortunate because the hit was out. I think Coach Keir's wanting a conference. Nope, she says she's letting it go.
So that point makes it 15-13. Tigers still up. Trump with the serve. And kind of a miss hit there. Taylor tried to chase it down, ran into her own bench. And
that's a bit of an unfortunate play here because look how hard Symington hit. And I think Asia Daly was kind of just got caught in the way.
Yeah.
And that ball was probably going out of bounds. I like how they're feeding Symington so much right now. I mean, she is playing great.
Slavic sets up Wagner.
Okay, so off. Oh my goodness.
Wow,
ouch.
Lucy Trump gets a kill.
And Taylor got possibly hurt on that play. This is it's just tough when, you know, you have 6 players out there on the court. Everybody wants the ball. But this is more times than I've seen ever from the Clemson Tigers where just the balls are dropping like right in front of them where multiple players could get the ball.
Devin Taylor, she's up, stays in there.
And then now we're tied again. 15-15.
Trump with the kill, and now she'll serve and puts it in the net. Man, he's had a couple of service errors now. And that gives the lead back to the Tigers after Notre Dame had battled back with a 3-0 run. So Taylor will serve with just another battle. This is very similar to set number 1. Each team had a run in that one.
Yep.
And then we went nip and tuck back and forth.
Nice block by the
Big
Tigers.
block there. Powell and Daly together.
Led by none other than the Adria Powell. It helps when she's got Asia Daly next to her, too. That's a big, big block. And Asia Daly, she's actually the one who got her hands on that one.
Right. 17-15 Clemson. Wagner's throw or swing is answered. And there's a swing error by Palazzolo into the net, and Clemson's got a pretty good run going here.
So another momentum shift. Right now the Tigers are completely in control. Notre Dame is the one making unnecessary, unforced errors.
18-15 Clemson here in the fourth. Tigers up 2-1.
Great pass. The Tigers are ready to receive the ball from the setter.
They set up Wagner. Wagner takes a big cut at it, but that time it goes out of bounds. Point Notre Dame. That stopped a run of 3 straight points by Clemson.
So it'll be interesting to see where Slavic sets this ball next. She's got amazing weapons. She's got Asia Daly up there, Adria Powell, and then Kennedy hitting on the left side, and then you have McGrath coming from the back row.
And there is Kennedy Wagner coming through with her 9th kill. 19-16 Clemson.
So nice high swing here by Kennedy Wagner. She's hitting at the seam of the block. Very effective.
McKenna Gildon will serve. There's a big swing, and it's going to be a kill and a point for Ava Lang. Lang's in double figures with 10 kills.
Yeah, Lang's had a great match tonight. You know, nice set here. She's got that really sharp angle shot, and Devin Taylor just not able to dig it up.
Wagner again. Again, she's not necessarily crushing the ball. She's just finding places in the defense to get the kills.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of smarts on this hit. So again, she's hitting at that donut, but she also knows the libero was not on the court at that moment for Notre Dame. So it's not necessarily your best defenders out there. It was a good time to do that shot.
10 kills for Wagner. And there's an ace at a big time, and look at the celebration by Becca Maselli. And a timeout will be taken by Notre Dame as Clemson can see victory. They're 4 points away from it, and they've got a 4-point edge here in set number 4.
Yeah,
let's take a look at that ace.
Super fired up here. She's coming, off the bench into the game late in the match, but just shows you any player can make a difference, and you always got to be ready. And so that's her energy, her enthusiasm, and also her aggression to get that point.
Clemson has 8 aces now, 8 errors. Notre Dame 4 aces and 10 service errors, and that's a big separation.
That's too many errors for sure.
Both teams each with 48 kills in this contest. So right now, Notre Dame, they're just trying to, they got to string a few points together. You can't really go back and forth, obviously, at this point. All you have to do is just do the math with the Tigers with a 4-point edge. Right.
And so again, we're playing best of 5 sets. Clemson's already up 2 sets. We're playing to 25 in this 4th set, and it's rally scoring. So every single play counts as a point.
Tigers will play here. Senior Day on Sunday against Louisville. These 2 teams will play next Friday night, by the way. They'll be up at South Bend. As you take a look at Charity McDowell, we talked about her. She's been very effective. 6 blocks tonight. Look at those hitting numbers.
Wow. Yeah, that hitting percentage, hitting .44. And the last couple times they fed her, I mean, she's just been on fire. So I assume they're going to keep going to her late in the match.
She's got 6 kills to go along with those 6 blocks. All right, Becca Maselli goes back to serve again. The ace the last timeout that brought on the Notre Dame timeout. Another tough serve. And Notre Dame can't handle it. Maselli, back-to-back aces.
That's amazing. She's got another serve that's kind of going that opposite diagonal.
That's a season high for Maselli in aces. Notre Dame gets the point back quickly, though. It's Lang coming through to make it 22-18.
I almost thought Gildon had that. She was close to it.
So Notre Dame needs a run. Clemson had scored 3 straight, 2 on aces prior to that point for the Irish. Powell's swing is handled.
The ball may have been going out, but that's all right. You'd rather your athlete go for it than let it go and it be in bounds.
McGrath.
The setters, both of them having the set off the ceiling, you know, from the balls off the ceiling tonight.
There is Adria Powell delivering. She has 14 kills. Her season high was 12.
I have never seen her play this offensive. I mean, that's an amazing kill. So again, we expect the blocking from her. She's done that all season long, but to be this offensive is really exciting.
Trump's swing is handled by the Tigers.
Wow, huge save from Slavic. I mean, great dig.
I might have let that go if I was Maselli. The point for Notre Dame.
So Clemson right now 2 points away from winning the entire match. So right now, I mean, their strategy is just get a solid pass off of a tough serve here coming from Notre Dame. But Notre Dame's also in their head thinking, we can't mess up twice or they win.
Slavic setting up McGrath. Trump with a swing, Notre Dame. There's McDowell, who we talked about. Wow, you can see Maselli lost her balance as she was trying to change direction, and there's McDowell coming through, and the Fighting Irish get it back to within 3 at 23-20 here in the 4th.
Yeah, McDowell's definitely saying, you know, give me the ball, let's fight, let's go to the end here.
Slavic goes for the quick kill, and Clemson has several match points coming. Kill number 3 for McKenna Slavic. Slavic will serve match point number 1.